music.
And here we are, another beautiful Friday. We are here, we are live. Friday morning. Man, what a great Friday morning, right? It's another Friday. We are blessed to be able to see the light of day. Um, I know that there's still some news coming out surrounding the shooting that took place at the mall, Louisiana. A teen did lose their life in that tragic incident. Please keep those families still in your prayers. Pray for the community of Baton Rouge. Pray for all those around. Yeah, you know, definitely hard tragedy to process, especially if you have kids in that age range. You never want to get that type of phone call. And then, being in Louisiana, the amount of tragedy and death that we have to deal with each and every single day. We want to go to the mall, man. Like, there's too much evil in the world. So, thoughts and prayers definitely with that. What's up, Joker? Thank you for being here, man. I definitely appreciate it. Let's see. Don't know what this. Oh, what's up, Unc? I definitely appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. The chat's like acting crazy right now. Let's see if I can refresh. Yeah, there you go. What's up, Unc? Definitely thank you. Appreciate it, man. Great show last night. Love the guests and your co-host JR. Absolutely, man. He definitely was amazing. Um, Definitely. What's going on, Joker? Thank you for jumping in last night. Really do appreciate you being here with us last night. It was definitely fun. It was definitely a blast. I had so much fun. Um, I wanted to start our morning off. Got my tea. Tired from last night. Got off stream. Wrote a couple articles I had to get done for Canal Street Chronicles. Um, Still got to do some work for my paying job here in a little bit, so I'm gonna get started on that. Get that out the way. Friday, what am I looking forward to today? Well, there's a lot to look forward to. Day two of the draft. I'm still basking in the ambiance of the fact that the Saints selected Jordyn Tyson, 8 overall. The draft within itself was just absolutely fun. It was amazing to watch. Joker says he's got his energy drink in hand, ready to roll. My God, my dog. I appreciate that. Um, Sticking with consistency. That's what you call that, right? Being consistent. um, and the boys are back on the diamond. Look, I get it. Rough season. It is what it is. But you only get so many of these baseball games in a year. I'm gonna enjoy every baseball game for what it is. It's a baseball game. It's the baseball game. The pressures of expectations of trying to go back to back, all that's done. Let's just go, let's just go out, cheer for the team, and try to win a game. They're going to be facing an elite pitcher on the mound today, so and we've been struggling to hit, but who knows? With this this infusion of youth that's been forced upon the roster, we might dumb ourselves into a win because they just don't know any better. So they just get to go out there and play, and I'm looking forward to watching that today as well as the draft. Um, Round two and round three today, we should hear AJ Halsey's name get called today. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, I'm biased. I would love to see him stay in Louisiana and be a Saint. If by some chance, I don't think the Saints would select him at 42. But depending on, let's say they go edge rusher and then they love AJ Halsey and they just trade back into the later part of the second round because I don't think he's making it out of the second round. Let's say they trade back into the back half of the second round and take him there. I'd love to see that. Um, or let's another player that I'd like to see the Saints draft is Mike Washington, a running back from Arkansas. Mike Washington has the same size and skill, same size and speed that Jeremiah Love has. Just didn't have that those breakaway highlight play runs that Jeremiah Love has, but he's still a strong runner. Um, Call your shot. Who do I think the Saints draft at 42? So I just went over this when I was looking at the best available. Let's see. I was looking over the best available. So this is what they have available right now in the second round. So Avion Terrell, cornerback from Tennessee. I'm not touching Jamal McCoy at all. Zion Young, Cassius Howell, Keontae Scott. Those are some of the best players available in the second round. They have to go defense, but because we're picking in the top 10, those four players honestly can be gone. If they're not, and I haven't done enough research to know what the other team, especially with all the trades that took place yesterday, to see what teams could possibly be looking to pick in front of us. So this one's a little bit hard. Like the first round was hard to project, but I kind of narrowed it down to Downs, Bain, and Tyson for those three. So if I have to pick one, just one, I'll say Keontae Scott. If I have to pick one. Now, who I'd like, TJ Parker. He slipped. I'd love to see TJ Parker. I don't know if he's going to make it all the way to 42. Zion Young, if he's there, love to see that. And even Avion Terrell. That's so. It's like Baskin and Robbins. I can't just choose one. I gotta have multiple flavors. So I'm glad I'm not in the draft room. I'm glad I'm not the one that's making the selection. I'm glad I'm not the one that's having to pull the trigger on this. But if I have to pick one, and I am projecting on who's available and the team's needs, I'd probably go with Keontae Scott, DB out of Miami, who is a demon, by the way. Oh, I love Keontae Scott. He gives Chauncey Gardner Johnson vibes. So when you want to think about an attitude or a swag for your defense, like you talk about losing a guy like Alante Taylor, you replace him with Keontae Scott, you're bringing that right back into the locker room, right back onto your defensive side of the ball. And sign me up for that. Sign me up for that. Terrell boys play well against everyone but LSU. That's true. That is true. That is so true. That is so true, man. Okay, random emails. Um, so that's what I love to see. Now, of course, we could also potentially going back to LSU players. We can also potentially hear Garrett Nussmeier's name called tonight. Um, Myself, Zach Nunez, Joker, not Joker, Babin. We were talking this morning amongst ourselves on what teams we think would be the best fit for Nuss. Personally, I'd like to see him go to Minnesota, go to the Vikings. I think that would give him the not just the fastest path to the field because there's going to be heavy competition with Kyler Murray and nine whatever I can't think of that boy name right now. JJ McCarthy. With them, JJ McCarthy's not starting. You don't sign Kyler Murray to make him a backup. Like JJ McCarthy is not starting. So can Nuss go to Minnesota and find himself pushing JJ McCarthy out of the spot? That's very likely. And I'd like to see that with the offensive weapons and head coach Kevin McConnell. You pair Nussmeier with Justin Jefferson, I don't think LSU fans realize how much of a dopamine effect that will give us. Like, imagine seeing the two generations of offense between Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson to Garrett Nussmeier and Justin Jefferson, both in purple. I kind of want that. I want to see that happen. Like, please, 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 please. So if it's not, but if it's not Minnesota, then um, I would say Arizona and Pittsburgh. Now, which one is which? I'm gonna tell you, I'm not the biggest Mike McCarthy fan. Mike McCarthy, outside of Aaron Rodgers, is very mid as a head coach. Um, the weapons that they have in Pittsburgh are also kind of mid. Strong defense, offense very questionable. Um, but the organization within itself is absolutely elite. They always find themselves in contention. They them being in the playoffs are it's basically a staple for the franchise. They win at least 9 games every single season. It's ridiculous how consistent that organization is. On the flip side, Arizona. Why do I like Arizona? Well, they just drafted Jeremiah Love, number 3 overall, so you immediately have an impact player at the running back position. You still have Marvin Harrison Jr., who I will die on the hill screaming is not better than Malik Neighbors and stole the Bolitnikoff from Malik Neighbors. But he is still a very good wide receiver. So you have young weapons there. Fresh coach, different perspective from the last coach. So he's an offensive minded type of guy. And it gives us the fastest path to the field with Jacoby Brissett, or as some affectionately called him, Jacoby Brisket. Thank you, Lloyd Courtney, for that. That was elite. Jacoby Brissett is the starting quarterback over there now, and he's actually in talks of getting a contract extension. So, which just gives him more guaranteed money. I understand that. But Arizona needs a quarterback, and I honestly thought Arizona was going to be the team to select Ty Simpson in the first round. I knew Ty Simpson was going to go in the first round. Like, there was just too much glaze going on around him. But I didn't think he was going 13. I thought Arizona was going to trade back in to the latter part, late 20s, 30s, and select Ty Simpson there. But now that Ty Simpson's gone and he was selected by the Rams, stupid. Um, I could see, I wouldn't mind seeing Garrett go to Arizona and getting an opportunity to play with the pieces that they have. Some other good teams for Garrett would be Seattle, but I mean, Sam Darnold's only 28 years old, so Garrett would not get his chance to start there unless an injury happened. And Sam Darnold has a massive contract, so even if he gets hurt, they're not moving on from him right away. Um, and that's really like those would be my four. Like those would be my four. But I'd really really like to see him in Minnesota. Oh my God, I'd like to see him in Minnesota. That that would be so great. That would be so great. Unk says the draft whisperer AP was on one last night. Joker. No, I was on a heater last night, and it was good though. It felt good. It felt good. But it's just a testament to how much football that I watch, both college and pros. Um, a lot of people will spend a lot of time investing in just one. But like consuming as much football as I do from from all aspects, from the coaching aspect, from high school football to being a fan of college and LSU to the Saints and NFL. Like I just like my weekends turn into football weekends once football season starts. So, um, yeah, it's just a lot of information I consume. So, like now I'm going to get to a point within these next few weeks where I'm just going to data dump, flush all this, flush all the old stuff out, start gearing up for the new season, and then we're just going to roll on from there. But definitely looking forward to it for sure. It's definitely going to be fun. Um, Joker, if you're still here, man, I'd like to know what you think the boys do this weekend. Unc, what's your feelings on the LSU baseball team this weekend in Stark Vegas? I don't. I'm not looking at the weekend as a whole. I'm looking at it day by day. I think Friday's gonna, tonight's gonna be a challenge. Well, this afternoon at 3, game did move up to 3 o'clock. This afternoon is gonna be a big challenge, a fight for sure. But you know, it's baseball. Make something happen. Go out there and play the game. Make something shake. So that's all I want to see. I want to see some fighting. If you're in it, then yeah, there it is. My guy said I'm calling a series win. Joker is calling a series win. So we got it right here. Now, only way you can win the series is if you win one on Friday or Saturday. So you got to win one today or tomorrow. Plain and simple. And that's literally the approach that they got to take. So, um, this weekend's gonna be fun too. Overall, tomorrow there's a crawfish cook-off going on at the Saints facility that I'm gonna be at, getting some content there directly firsthand on site. My wife will be coming with me, hopefully, if she's not busy. But I'm looking forward to that. I can't look anytime we cooking crawfish and talking football. Sign me up. I'm gonna be there. Joker says he's going live today to talk about it, but I think we see a fighting Tiger team. That's what we need to see, man. So, Joker, what time you going live for today, brother? Um, Definitely gonna be looking forward to that. Um, Excuse me. Uh, yeah. So I'm looking forward to this crawfish cook off. I'm looking forward to the interviews that I'm gonna try to get. I don't know who's gonna be there. Um, I don't know who's gonna be there at 12. So all right, good. In just about an hour. Good. I need something to consume while I'm doing my schedules and stuff for work. Um, I don't know who else gonna be at the crawfish cook off tomorrow, but I'm just looking forward to being there myself. Plain and simple. I can't wait. Yeah, Unc, you've been missing some stuff lately, man. I'm glad you're getting that worked out because I've been missing you in the chat, brother. I thought I was worried for you. I was worried about you for that for a second because you normally, I mean, no matter who's pulling up, you normally right there beside us. So I'm looking forward to just this weekend. Guess in the final spring practice takes place tomorrow. There will be no media availability, so no telling what kind of secret things they'll be doing over there. And the basketball portal is going to start heating up here real soon. So, man, Unc, I'm sorry about that. Been a tough week, AP, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. No, definitely. Look, I know that for a fact. Every day is not roses. The sun does come up every day, but sometimes it just doesn't shine on you. It feels like I have definitely, especially recently, have been having my days where this is not good. Like I get on here every day, and you know, I put a smile on my face, but I be dealing with a lot of stuff personally that I keep to myself. Like those close to me know what's going on, but it's been a lot of hard fights, man. It definitely has. So in those moments, like what keeps me going? Well, one, my family, right? My children, my wife, my son, my daughters. I turn to my passion. I love doing this, and then my relationship with the Lord. Uh, I I have been legitimately increasing my faith through this podcast, through this content creation space. I never would have thought the opportunities that I've been blessed to receive would have one happened and two would have happened so fast. Um, and it's not. Look, I'm not making a single red penny from this. They don't even make the pennies anymore. Once I started doing this, they stopped making pennies. That's just how much money I'm not making, right? Like they was like, oh, he's starting, yeah, we not paying him at all. Like, so no, I'm not making money doing this. If anything, I've lost out a lot of money. Right? I had to buy all this equipment. I'm taking time away from my family, which I look at it like this: when I get home, I'd be doing it nothing anyway, but what playing a game or what, trying to find something to stream on Netflix. So why not get on here and just talk with y'all? So this is a faith walk for me, a journey for me because one, I love doing this, and I want to one day make this my career. I do. Don't know how. I don't. The road on this journey is not one that's been carved out. You see guys like Blake Ruffino and Carter and everybody just assumes that that's the way it should go. But no, like that's their path. That's their journey. I'm walking my own. I'm creating my own, and I don't know, like where that goes from here. So it's just, and then you deal with stuff. You deal with stuff in your day to day, and you keep pushing forward. It's not to say that it's going to take away the bad days, but this for me helps in the bad days because this for me helps ground me and refocus me, right? To keep my head up, to stay strong, to push forward. So, and that's why I love doing it. It's giving me different perspective, and it's helping me personally too, like in how I approach my kids, my wife, my family in general. And that's based on the interactions that I have with you guys here every day. I want to make sure that I'm always representing myself the same way. Like how you see me is how you see me. And I know I have areas to improve. I know I have things I have to work on. I'm far from perfect. Far from perfect. So knowing that and then looking back and seeing the weaknesses that I have makes you want to get those things in line. I'll be honest with you. Before I started doing this, I hated hearing my own voice. Now, mind you, I always knew I was a talented public speaker. I'm comfortable speaking. I cannot stand hearing myself. And it wasn't up until doing this where I would become more comfortable hearing myself because I have to go back and rewatch the streams to make sure that the quality sounds good. Does everything look right? Like, is the lighting good? Is the mic on and working and recording the way I need it to? Like I'm still having issues with my microphone right now that I absolutely hate. The audio is not syncing properly with the video and it drives me. Y'all may not pick up on it, but I do. I see it, and that absolutely crushes me because I want to present a really, really high quality product for your viewing pleasure, for your listening pleasure. So I need to make sure that I sound good, that I sound entertaining, that I'm pleasing to your ears, but also at least soft on your eyes. I know I'm not the best to look at, right? I at least got to make some things around me decent to look at. So, like I want to make sure I stay on top of those things. But you guys are helping me improve in those areas too. And I don't ever take that for granted because look, we've been going on now for 25 minutes. Like y'all don't have to be here. It's Friday morning. Y'all don't have to be sitting up here watching this and listening to me ramble on to get my thoughts off. Like I don't have to do that. But for me, this is therapeutic. And that's something I've told a couple of my friends and even my wife. Like, I've started sleeping better at night since I've started doing this because it's helped me get all the thoughts, organize my feelings about the things that I love, and put it out there. So that way, when I go to sleep, my brain kind of is calm. It's shutting down. I don't have anything else left to think about. I've shared all my opinions. Right? I've gotten across my thoughts and feelings on the things I love. Like if I have something to talk about with my wife, she's always there. So we talk about the things that we need to talk about. And then if she wants to hear about sports, she'll come turn on the show. And she legitimately does that. And it helps her learn. So I cannot thank you all for how y'all are helping me personally, and help me get through my rough days. Look, there are some days, y'all, where it's like going home and turning on the mic is legitimately all I want to do. I promise you, if I got an opportunity to just sit up here and stream for 4 hours a day, I would. I honestly would. I don't know what the hell I talk about for 4 hours, but at this point, I'd figure it out because I love this interaction. I love talking about the things that we love. And Unc, I know I didn't touch on the Texans too much last night, and I'm sorry about that. But I wanted to. My intention was, but there was so much going on, I couldn't get to it. So I don't ever want you guys to take that for granted. Like I understand what we're all going through, what we're all dealing with, and not what we're all dealing with, but that we're all dealing with things. We all have our own issues, and days are going to be bad. I know a long winded answer to get to this point. We're going to have bad days, and things are going to be heavy, but I promise you, whenever you see me come across your phone or hear my voice come across your AirPods or whatever listening device you use, I want to make sure that I uplift you. I want to make sure that you walk away feeling better and more informed. And if that's my gift to this world, then I want it to be on full display for everybody to enjoy and partake. Because y'all all make a difference for me, so I want to make a difference for y'all. So I get to a couple of these comments in the chat. I've been rambling for the last 10 minutes and not even paying attention, y'all. I apologize about that. Ung says, I read your intro note on Canal Street Chronicles and loved it. Read the pre-draft article too. Great stuff. Thank you, Unk. I really do appreciate that. Like, thank you. So I was really big into writing when I was young, but my grandmother and my grandfather were both teachers. My grandmother specifically being an English and reading teacher. So by the time I got to fourth grade, they were teaching eighth grade. So when I got home from school and practice, I had to do my homework, and then I had to come into her office and grade all of her fourth and all of her eighth grade English papers and reading exams whenever she issued those assignments out. And if my grading was off, I got in trouble. So it took away my passion for writing very, very early. And now I'm finding that passion to write again. And my style of writing is very narrative driven. I like to paint a picture. I want the words to create a visual for you as you're reading it. So and then being able to do it covering the Saints is a blessing. I would have thought I would, no would have. I was actually planning. My wife and I had discussed for me to go back to LSU to get my degree in journalism to give me the opportunity to do that. The fact that I can do this now without having to go back to school and finish and increase my debt load is nothing but a blessing. That's an answered. It's legitimately an answered prayer. And Unc says helps us too. Well, thank you. I definitely appreciate that, man. And Unc also says always feel better after. That's my goal for everyone to always just feel a little bit better after they finish listening. Like I just want people to walk away with a smile on their face and feeling more informed and confident about the things that they know and love. Plain and simple. Babin, thank you for being here, man. Thank you for joining me for all 3 hours last night. My guy rocked it out with me. Um, Jumped in with the guests and everything. It was great interactions, man. And once again, Babin, I apologize for how rushed Ross was. The Ross segment was. We both just kind of, realized with the timing, the way things fell, that he had to get back inside to cover Kellen's press conference following the draft. So I wanted to make sure we got him in, got him out. But Ross will be back on the show once the draft is over. I get to go sit down with my guy here in a couple of days and just hang out. Look, Ross has legitimately become one of my best friends, and a mentor in this too. So I'm definitely going to make sure I get the opportunity to formally introduce you to him. So please support him wherever you can, and I'm going to make sure he's supporting you too, my guy. I appreciate you for being there. Unk says, yeah, you're doing great, AP. Love your passion. Thank you. That's all. I just want to make sure my passion is showing, man. And he says, doing a great show last night. You are a great co-host, really informed too. Yes, look, people can sleep on Justin Babin all they want to. When the world wakes up and realize how talented this young man is, he's gonna set the world on fire. And anything I can do to uplift everybody, I can. My whole thing was I'm not just going to get in, I'm going to break the doors down and break through wide enough so that everybody can walk in with me. Plain and simple. Justin is one of those people I want walking through the doors with me. Um, I cannot praise Justin enough for his hard work, his sacrifice, his dedication to this content, this content creation, to LSU, to being informative, to taking the craft seriously, and wanting to make sure that it's good, even down to the point of doing the work. Justin's one of the hardest working people in this game, and I am honored to call him my brother. I am motivated by him daily. I know the battles that he has to fight, and I could not be more proud of him and the achievements that he's made thus far. And I know that the future for Justin is super bright. And anything I can do to help him, I will. Plain and simple. And not just him. Look, Paul, Zach, David as well. Like all four of those guys, man. Like those guys are always there for me. And then Joker will never not have a spot for me. Joker was the very first person to be in my live chat. And whatever I can do to help Joker as our relationship is starting to develop too, I'm going to do. I don't understand the mentality that people have where they feel like they can't support people. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I'm afraid of how many people support me because I feel like I have to figure out a way to support everybody. I don't ever want anybody to think I'm turning my back on them. Like, I love each and every one of y'all. And look, all of y'all hold a special spot in my heart. But man, Joker, like you don't understand. You were such a a monumental piece in giving me the motivation to keep going. Like when I first started, because I was afraid, like, yo, like, what the hell am I doing? But that interaction, that moment that you jumped into that live stream that night, man, I will never forget it. And the fact that now you and I are becoming legitimate friends is truly special. And then to see, not just that, like to see you coming out of your own shell and you launching your own pod. Like, man, that's amazing growth, man. Like, I love seeing people get out of their comfort zone and try things, try new things. So this, all of it's special. All of it is different, and it's all special, man. I cannot wait to see what this path is going to lead us all down to be. I can't wait to look back 3, 4, 5 years from now and say, well, damn, like December 2025 really changed our lives. So, it's definitely a beautiful thing. So I'm always gonna be supporting as much as I can, and I'm gonna definitely help people where I can help people, and be there for the guys that are always there for me. And Joker, Babin, David, Paul, Zach, like hands down, if they need something, I got them. And Justin, I just want you to know, man, I'm proud of you, brother. I am proud of you, man. You came through last night in the exact way I knew that you could. You came through. Like, I couldn't have imagined that show going any better than what it did. And you were the seminal figure in that. Last night's stream was so much fun. First of all, 3 hours. I was not anticipating all 3 hours, but it just it became such a fun show. I was just like, let's just keep rolling with the flow, man. We got to hang out and chill with y'all for 3 hours, covering the draft, watching all the craziness go on. And at the end of it all, I know y'all learned a lot. I know y'all got something out of it. And y'all got to see that I actually know ball, and so does Babbitt. And Joker does too. Joker was surprising some people. And my nose keeps running. Got a little bit of congestion going on. So definitely was a great show, man. Unk says, Justin Babin Jr. got me here. Jr. is a fantastic talent, absolutely, with the best spirit. Justin says, thank you, my friend. And Tiger, I got to remember, I'm Joker, not Justin, LOL. I keep looking. Just joking, Babin is a great dude for sure. Absolutely, man. And it means a lot. But no, man, you mean a lot to me. Also, Joker's got a little rebrand going on with the pod, so please be looking out for that. And please be paying attention to that as he's launching the pod. I don't know if he's launching, or relaunching, but rebranding the pod. Which, if you look at the image, the thumbnail image right there, you kind of see it, and I absolutely love it. That fits his vibe. That's what it should be. So, look, y'all. It's 11:08. I know Joker's got to go get ready for his stream at 12. I'm gonna get prepared to do my work so I can get out the way for Joker. I'm gonna look forward to hearing Joker, and then we're gonna do me and Babin for sure. Gonna be doing our post game tonight. I'm gonna see if David and Paul can come on. Joker, I might have Joker. You might be popping in there tonight, bud. Might be popping in there tonight. I think I'm gonna throw you in there tonight, man. If you can, I don't want to throw it on you if you can't. I know that's kind of last minute and rude of me. Sorry. But I kind of want to do this post game a little different. I'm personally not gonna be so analytical. This game, I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy it as a fan. Babin's got a pregame at 1:30. So we're gonna make some noise. Good or bad. Excuse me. Good or bad. And like Unc says, hopefully post game after that. Yeah, hopefully after a dub. Definitely want post game after a dub. So let's all support. Let's all get our Friday rolling. I'm gonna finish off my tea, get my work done here. Got a big announcement coming later on this afternoon at some point. Please, 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 please follow on socials. Follow on the socials, which it might be flipped. I never thought about that. Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. We're gonna do this is live streaming at its best, right? We're about to look at something real quick. I want to see when I point at this screen. Yeah, so that's where the tag is on the stream. On my screen, yeah. On my screen, it's on my left. So yeah, I'm glad I did that. So make sure y'all are following on the socials right here. Make sure y'all follow on the socials. Go follow myself, Babin Joker, David, Paul, Zach. And we got some big news coming later on. And like I said, it's gonna be a weekend full of content: baseball content, Saints content, LSU spring practice content. Gonna be a lot going on. I'm looking forward to Sunday to just resting. So let's make sure you lift everybody up. Let's make sure we pray for our community. Make sure that we are being kind, projecting positivity into the world. You reap what you sow. So let's push out positive vibes on this beautiful Friday. Going to be a warm one, 85 degrees here in South Louisiana. Humidity is going to be a little bit high. So get your suns out, guns out, t-shirts ready to roll. Even though I got to get my suns out, guns out, loaded. Got to get back in the gym and get toned up. So we'll get there. Other than that, look, God loves you. Like Paul says, God loves you. The only thing he wants you to do is love him back. The best way to do is show that love to other people by being kind. That costs you nothing. Hold the door open for someone, smile, say good morning, say good afternoon. Those things can literally change someone's life around. You could be the difference to saving someone's life. So please, be the difference that you want to see in the world. I love y'all. I will see y'all later on tonight. Y'all have a good one.